Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free.
Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living.
And I'm Marie.
And we want to welcome you to our Sunday chat this week. This is October the 12th of 2025. And it is just absolutely beautiful day outside. The weather is nice. Our temperature right this minute is 70 degrees. It's going to go on up to about 75, but overnight it's dropping down into the low 60s. Yeah. And so it is cool at nighttime, but just beautiful weather. We have really enjoyed it this week. We're going to be a little handicapped this morning because Marie only has one arm that she can use, but she can use her fingertips a little bit, but not as much as she would like to. But so we'll talk about all that in just a minute. But first, we're going to let Marie do the devotion today. And today's devotion is on Matthew 18:22. And I love the title of this devotion. It's Forgiveness for All.
Yeah, it is a great title. Forgiveness is not always easy, especially when the offender doesn't believe she needs forgiveness. You've probably come in contact with people that you might have had to ask for forgiveness, and they may have looked at you funny and think, you know, what is she even saying? They just look at you like, you're from another planet or something, but they just don't really realize that God expects us to forgive when we hurt someone, and even if they hurt us, we are still supposed to forgive them. And some people just don't understand God's ways. And but also it says, but the thing about anger and grudges is that they hurt only the one who was holding on to them. And that's so true. Once you actually forgive people for hurting you, then you just feel so much better. And that's the reason, I guess, that God asked us to forgive, so that we won't be holding on to a grudge and it harming us. And then it says, let me go back up here and read it. It says, but the thing about anger and grudges is that they hurt only the one who's holding on to them. And that's true. Not the person they're angry towards. So forgive and forgive. That's so true. And that's what God does for us when we sin. We can go to Him no matter how many times we sin, and He keeps forgiving us for them. And I'm glad that we have a God that just doesn't say, you've hit the limit, so no forgiveness for you today. I'm so glad that He does keep forgiving us, and that we live in a day of grace. It says, when you think about it, it's also what Jesus does for you. Don't keep score with how much you are forgiven. Just do it. Forgiveness and restoring the relationship is the point. That's true. I've had to forgive people sometimes, several times. And it isn't always easy, but you do feel better when you do it. It says, forgiveness is not easy for me. And it says, it's more natural, this is a prayer, for me to hold grudges. But I know that it isn't right. And if we want forgiveness from God, then we need to forgive, because Jesus, He hung on the cross for all of our sins. And we have forgiveness through Him. And if we want to be forgiven, we have to forgive. It says, help me to be willing to forgive, just as I hope others will forgive me. Fill me with your forgiveness and love towards those who hurt me. And sometimes we just have to ask God over and over, to forgive someone that's been ugly to us will think that maybe we have forgiven them, and then it'll come up in our spirit again about something that they did. And so we'll have to ask God, I thought I forgive them, but please help me continue to forgive them. And then if you pray for a person, that always helps you forgive them. If you pray for them over and over, if they're mean to you or something and they do bad things to you, if you just say a prayer for them, that helps you to forgive too, or it always does me. Okay, Calvin?
Okay, you want to mention the Purple Prayer Book, and then I'll do your cards for you.
Yes, I definitely want for everyone to remember everyone in the Purple Prayer Book this week. It's completely full practically. I think I might have one more page in here, but I do have a Purple Prayer Book that I'll start on. And so just everyone, please remember everyone in the Purple Prayer Book this week.
Okay, Marie. First thing I'll do before I do the cards here, we received, we're going to talk about Marie breaking her arm in just a minute, but afterwards we received from Dottie. She sent us I think it's called an Instacart order. It came from Publix, and it had a good selection of food. Mm-hmm. We really enjoyed that food. It also had the balloon that's right here, the Get Well Soon balloon. Also, with that order, it came with these flowers here. Now, I got confused because what happened when the order came to the door, I was busy and my hands was actually wet because I had been washing dishes. And I went and answered the door. And so the girl that was standing there, she immediately handed me the balloon and the flowers. And I took the flowers and I told her thank you, And then she said, oh, I've got more. And so here I am with both hands full. So I set the flowers down on the table right beside the door. And she handed the other 3 bags into the house. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I brought it all into the kitchen, showed it to Marie. I forgot to bring these flowers into the kitchen. And so like the next day, Marie found the vase in there and she said, where did these come from? Mm-hmm. And I was confused. I didn't know where they came from, but I finally figured out these flowers came from from Dottie. So thank you very much, Dottie. We appreciate those very much. Then I think it was the very next day we got another Walmart delivery that came from Connie, and that order had these flowers here, and it also had a pillow, and it also had a Bible word search book, and this came from Connie. Yeah. Okay, so, and when y'all made comments and everything, I apologize because I honestly got confused, but I had a lot going on at that particular time, so it's easy to get confused, isn't it, Marie?
Yes.
Okay, so we got some cards here, and I'm going to do these for Marie today since her arm, she can use one hand real good. But this first card here, okay, it's a real beautiful card, and I believe her name is Marcia, and she lives in Riverdale, Georgia. Okay, she lives in Riverdale, Georgia. That's not very far from here, and back, you remember when we used to go visit my dad all the time? He lived down there. He lived in Riverdale at one time. Mm-hmm. Okay, the next card, this is a Get Well Soon card. Okay, this one is from Rose, and Rose lives in Jacksonville, Florida. That's a beautiful card, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And we went through these. Marie read every single one of them, and I did too. Okay, the next card here, this is a beautiful card, and it's got Snoopy on there. Mm. And this is from Debbie.
Thank you.
And Debbie lives in Clarksville, Georgia. So we thank you very much for this card, Debbie. we hadn't showed this one to Addison yet, but she'll like seeing the one with Snoopy on there, won't she? Mm-hmm. Okay, this next card here. Okay. This is a beautiful card. This is from Sharon and Charlie, and they live in Knoxville, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. That's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, and it has a cute little sticker on it. And it also has a Bible verse in here. Mm-hmm. It's Isaiah 40:31. It says, "Those who trust in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not become weary. They will walk and not faint." I like to read the Bible verses. That's a good Bible verse.
It sure is. Thank you very much, Sharon and Charlie. Okay, and then this card here. This is a beautiful card.
Yeah.
Okay. This card is from New Jersey, I believe. Yeah, this card is from New Jersey. And I don't want to pronounce your name incorrectly, but it's spelled Luisa. Luisa is how I would pronounce it. But thank you very much for that beautiful card.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
And it had the card protector in there, and that did take care of the card. It did not get damaged during the shipping. Okay, and then this is the last card. And that is a beautiful card there. And this is from Mary Ellen, and she is from Waterville, New York.
Yeah, and I would just like to thank all of y'all for remembering me at this time and taking time out of your busy day to think of me. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate it very much. So thank you.
Amen. And this one's got a Bible verse on the front of it,
yeah.
Marie.
I think
it's Isaiah 40:29.
Yeah.
He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak.
Yes.
Okay, we thank you very much for that. Okay, so I'll put the cards over here. And thank you each and every one that sent cards, and we really do appreciate those. And we do have, I've had some messages that we had some more stuff coming that hadn't got here yet, but we'll show that next week on next week's Sunday Chat. Okay, Marie, this week, we didn't do that many videos this week, but we have really been busy. But we've also had some really, what's the word for experience when you have to go through this? Traumatic. We had a traumatic experience with Marie falling to break her arm. And I'm going to move this out of the way for just a few minutes so everyone can see your arm. You're trying to hide it over there. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain to you what happened the best I can, and Marie can correct me if I get something wrong. But last week, we sat right here and did our Sunday Chat, and I think we mentioned that we were going to go see my brother Gerald that afternoon. We do them on Saturdays. And so when we got through, we turned all the lights out, turned the cameras off, and we left almost immediately and went to the nursing home and visited with my brother Gerald for a while. And while we were at the nursing home, our daughter Cynthia called, and she said, "What time are y'all coming home?" Said, "I've got the two girls," talking about Addison and Avery, "and we wanted to come by and visit with you." And I said, "Well, we're going to be leaving here in a few minutes. We'll be home, 10, 15 minutes. And so that's what we did. We left the nursing home. We come back home, and Cynthia and the girls were here. So we went outside, and I was sitting in one of the rocking chairs out front in the carport area, and Marie was out there with me, and then she'd get up and play with the girls just a little bit. And I did not see it happen, but one of the girls, Avery, she's the youngest, she went up the steps. And from what I understand, Marie went up the steps to get her hand to bring her back down because you didn't want her to fall. And as she's coming back down the steps, there's a total of 5 steps that you have to make. Avery, she's like 3 months, being 2 years old. She was going faster than Marie, and she got 2 steps ahead of her. So Marie was sort of leaning over trying to hold onto her hand so that Avery wouldn't fall. And Marie lost her balance and she fell. And when she fell, the sidewalk is about 4 or 5 foot wide there. And she was up on one of the steps. I don't know which one. But as she fell and tumbled, she must have tried to keep herself from falling. And she came completely out of her shoes and she landed in the grass. So in a way, it is a blessing that you were able to stumble that far ahead, because when she fell, when I got over there to her, she had a big bruise on that side of her head over there. And if you had hit the concrete,
I would probably broke my jawbone.
yeah, but I'm so glad you hit the grass.
I was trying to not fall on Avery.
Yeah. But anyway, when Marie was laying there and Cynthia ran over to her, and when I realized what was going on, I ran over to her and they got down and I looked at her first and I could tell that her head was not bleeding and it didn't look like it was, damaged real bad. It had a bad scrape on it, but it didn't look that terrible. And I asked her where she was hurting at. And at that time, you didn't even mention your arm hurting. You just worried about your face.
Yeah, because most of the brunt of it hit right on this side over here on my jaw. Mm-hmm. And this arm right here was under me, and I fell on it. Mm-hmm. But this was the one that was hurting the most. But later on, this part started hurting.
Yeah. So thankfully, Cynthia was there with me, and we was able to roll Marie over, set her up, because the sun was shining directly in her eyes. And so we got her set up so that she didn't have the sun in her eyes. And I asked her, I said, do you feel like you can stand up if we help you? And she thought she could. So we got her stood up, and me and Cynthia walked her inside the house where it was cooler. And I got an ice pack and put on her head over here because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if it's going to start swelling or what. But once she got in, then she started saying she was hurting on her arm, and she was hurting on both knees, and her ankle was hurting a little bit. So we decided we'd go ahead and take her on we was going to go to the emergency room, but as we got ready to leave, our daughter-in-law called and said that if we went to urgent care on Saturday, that they did have the x-ray machine working on Saturday and they could do the x-rays. So we went to urgent care because it's usually a little bit quicker. Yeah. And we got in and out fairly quick. Mm-hmm. They checked it and said she did have a break in her arm. Okay, so they got her all fixed up, put a splint on. We came back home. For a follow-up visit, she went on Tuesday morning and seen the orthopedic doctor. And so they cut that splint off and looked at it. And he looked at the x-rays and he said, well, her arm is broke right there. Let's see, it's on the right arm. It's broke right there. Mm-hmm. But one of the small bones that's right in that area there has got a crack in it somewhere up toward the top of the bone. And he said that this treatment here would take care of that too, but said he wanted her to come back in 1 week. And they're going to cut that off and do an x-ray again and see how the progress of the healing's going. So that's your story, Brian.
Yeah, a lot of the swelling's gone down, but there's still some swelling right there. I would have thought that would have went down by now, but it may have went down a little, but not much.
It has went down some. Quite a few people noticed that she had a ring on her finger here, because when she fell, she did have that ring on. And we went to urgent care. That girl that wrapped her arm up, she wrapped her arm all the way to the tip of her fingers. She couldn't even see her fingers. So that ring was wrapped up in there. We couldn't get it off. But then when we went to the orthopedic, they wrapped it this way, and her finger had already swollen. So when we got home, it was a little difficult, but Marie was able to get that ring off when we got home.
Yeah.
So we got that taken care of. Let's see, there was something else I wanted to say about the arm. But anyway, I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah. And I'm glad that I had all of y'all praying for me and everything because I know that that's what helped my pain level not be so high. Right now, my pain level, just with it just being rested like this right now, is hardly any at all. But if I accidentally bump it in any way or anything like that, you will hear me say, ow. But otherwise, it's fine.
Well, that's good. Also, when we got home from the emergency, from urgent care that night, your right ankle did swell up a little bit and was hurting, but that went down overnight, and she didn't have any more problems with that, praise the Lord.
Yeah.
And then her two knees, both of them were scraped, but because the knees did hit the concrete.
Yes.
And both of them were scraped, even with her having on blue jeans. But all that's getting better and looking good. So this entire week, I've been helping Marie with a lot of different things, and we've had some unique, interesting experiences this week. Marie, we won't go into any details on, but you can just imagine trying to get things done that Marie likes to get done. But we're getting it, aren't we? So we didn't do a lot of videos, and we didn't do a lot of cooking. We had some food that was sent to us, so that helped quite a bit. But we also went to some fast food joints and ate, because we had to make 3 doctor visits. We went to orthopedic and then went to primary care. And then we went and had our blood work done on Thursday, didn't we?
Yeah.
And so while we're talking about blood work, I did check our results online. And Marie's blood work, all of your blood work looked good. Now, this is from my standpoint. The doctor hadn't told her this yet. But to me, all her blood work looked good. And the one thing I noticed is your triglycerides. You've had trouble with your triglycerides being high ever since you had your surgery 10 years ago. And you've avoided taking cholesterol medicine, trying to keep them controlled. And for some reason, during this last 4-month period, your triglycerides come down a bunch.
Yeah.
And that's the first time that's happened. We're not sure why, but Marie has been changing her diet quite a bit.
Because Calvin has changed his, and so I'm eating a little bit more on his style of eating. So that's probably what it was.
It must have made a difference, but we'll continue to do it and see how it turns out 4 months from now when we go back, won't we?
Yeah.
And then on mine, my blood work, everything was good. The one thing I was most proud of is my A1C number. When they checked it last time we were there, it was 6.1, and then Thursday it was 6.0. And I told Marie I'd love to try to continue to work on it and see if I could get down to a 5.9. And for my size and my age, 6.0, I'm happy. And that's what my doctor says. She says she's very happy with it. Okay, I want to mention one of the places that we went to eat. Marie she told me the other day, she said, Calvin, they got a hot dog at Hardee's that I'm wanting to try. I said, okay, we'll get by there and get one of those, but we didn't get by there yet. And was there another place? Oh yeah, she wanted to go to Sonic and get, was it one of their coffees that they have now? So we're going to get by there too. But then I don't use Facebook that often. We do not post anything on Facebook on Southern Country Living anymore. But on my personal Facebook, I was just reading through there and looking at things yesterday. And this little ad come up, because that's all Facebook is now, is ads. But an ad came up for a place called Top Dog. And it's a hot dog restaurant. And I got to reading it, and yesterday was the first day that it was open right here in Rome. And it's not a big chain, so I'm not sure how far it is around, but there is one here in Rome. So Maria and I, we decided that I told her about it, and she looked at it and she said, those look good. I'd like to try one. So we went to Top Dog here in Rome. It's over close to the East Rome Walmart and that little shopping center right beside it. So if you live in Rome, you want to go try them. We really enjoyed it. That was a fantastic hot dog. We did not record it, But I promise you that sometime in the next week or two, we'll go up there and take our cameras and we'll record it. We actually got our hot dog to go and brought it home, and Marie used a knife to cut it and everything because she couldn't. It's so big, you can't hold it in two hands. But it was really good. Okay, so next thing, I think we'll go over our videos for just a minute here, Marie. The first video we did last week was our Sunday chat. And if you notice on that video, I didn't even make a thumbnail for it because Marie broke her arm right after we recorded it. I got hiccups, y'all. She broke her arm right after we recorded it, and I was about 11 or 12 o'clock at nighttime getting it edited and put on there so that y'all could see it on Sunday morning, and I didn't do a thumbnail for it, but it's on there, it's good, and a lot of people watched it. We appreciate that. The next video we did a little short video for the update for Marie, where she made the trip to the orthopedic doctor, and I actually recorded them wrapping your arm, Marie. And a couple people commented that the person that did it was a young man that done it, and they said that he did a real good job of wrapping it. That's one thing I like about our community. We have a lot of people that are nurses and doctors, and we've got people that work in the hospitals, and we just got a good variety of people that know all about the medical stuff. So, and we depend on you. We like what you tell us. Okay, and then the next video we had last week, and this was actually the only cooking video we did. And Marie had found this recipe, and she told me, she said, Calvin, I think you would like this one. And so when I looked at it, I said, well, black beans are not that popular. I said, but it looks good. I said, I'm going to try it. And so I made the video. It's called Mexican Style Black Bean Soup. And I'm going to tell you something. I was totally shocked at how good that turned out.
For no more ingredients than it had, and it's very economical too. You can make it bigger if you have a large family, but we made it for two, and the flavor in it was really good. I was telling my daughter about it, and she says, "Ooh, black beans, I don't like them." But I told her, I said, you know, I normally don't, you know, that black beans are not my favorite either, but you didn't even, I don't know what it was about that soup, but just all the flavors milled together, and it was just really delicious. Even if you don't like black beans, if you make this soup, you may change your mind.
Well, it was good.
Yes.
And don't cost that much money. That's one thing that I want to try to do for the next few videos. I may be doing most of the cooking videos for the next 2 or 3 weeks until Marie gets her arm out of this cast. Yeah. But she'll be right here with me. She'll help me out. Yeah. And but she can't get her arm wet, and right now she can't really use that arm.
No, I can't. I can bend my hand a lot better than I have been. I couldn't do that, but it still feels real tight.
Yeah.
But it's a lot better.
But anyway, so I'll be doing the cooking videos probably. And I'm going to try to do some recipes that are very economical and fairly easy to make that don't take a lot of ingredients. And so that's going to be our style for the next few videos. Now, Marie found one yesterday and she showed it to me. I said, Marie, that sure does look good. But I said, that video is going to cost a little money to make it because it has so many ingredients that we'll have to go buy. And we like doing videos that we got them right here at the house. Yeah. But we may still do that video because it does look like a great recipe, and we love doing stuff like that too, don't we, Marie? Marie, our battery over there is trying to go dead on us, and so I'm going to let you go ahead and close this out. But everyone, we really appreciate you watching our channel. We appreciate all your prayers for Marie and for her arm. Yes. And y'all are just so wonderful. You are the best community that anyone could possibly ask for YouTube. And we thank you very much. I mentioned earlier about how Facebook is just full of advertisements now. I'm afraid that YouTube is trying to get that way too. A lot of the channels that you watch, every video they do, they're trying to sell something and they're trying to advertise something. But Marie and I, we probably get 20 different offers every week of wanting us to either be a sponsor of their product, or they won't give it to us for free if we'll just say it's good and all that kind of stuff, and offering to pay us money to do it. And we've turned every single offer down. We've been doing this for several years now, and we decided several years ago that we wanted our channel to be friendly and more for the people. And so you do have to watch the ads that YouTube puts on, but we're not going to try to advertise things extra. And so far we haven't done it, have we, Marie?
Yeah.
And so, but we appreciate everyone watching our channel. And if you have not subscribed, be sure and hit the subscribe button, because it does help us out. We're getting close to 100,000 and we'll be there soon. Marie, I talk too much, hon. I love you, and I'll let you close it out.
Okay, thank y'all for watching our channel and supporting us. And so we just want you to remember everyone in the Purple Prayer Book. Again, I want to remind everyone this week. And so I guess we're going to close our video out now. So y'all do what you love and love what you do. And we'll see you in the next video. And y'all have a great weekend. Bye.
Okay, today is Briar's birthday, and she is 7 years old today. Happy birthday, Briar. And she wants to show everyone her fingernails. Who helped her do the fingernails?
I did.
Holly did that. This is Holly right here. She's the one that did the fingernails. But Briar, those are just beautiful. Put your hands down so I can, like this. There you go. Oh, those are so pretty.
They are cute.
Nana wants to get a picture beside you, Briar, for your birthday. Y'all two girls are just beautiful.
Poppy, you want to get over there and I'll get both of y'all?
No, I'll let you get over there. Let Holly get in there with y'all girls.
My granddaughter and my great-granddaughter.
Y'all are just such a good-looking triplet.
Now then, you get over here.
Yeah, you get over there, Pop.
I don't know if I can do that with one hand or not.
Okay, I'll get in the middle between these pretty girls.
All right.
Welcome to Southern Country Living, where Calvin and Marie's love is always given. Cooking up a storm, sharing their life. Do what you love what you do. That's their advice. Down in the South, where the living is sweet, come on in, take a seat. We'll show you how to cook with love and live a life that you're proud of. Join us on this journey, come along for the ride. Southern Country Living, where love and life collide. Do what you love and love what you do. That's the